Hi everyone. Today we're going to be talking about fire, fire behavior, and how fire spreads within buildings, and what are the factors that may affect how the fire behaves or how it can be controlled. I am not a fire code official. I'm a building code consultant, but I've worked for many years alongside amazing fire code officials. They have taught me tons of information. And if you guys want it, I will bring one of those guys with me next time, and maybe do a live one so we can answer questions. But today we're going to be talking a little bit about how fires, what does the fire need to be ignite and maybe sustain in case of the three factors that we're going to talk now are present. So we need combustible material, we need a source of heat, and we need oxygen. If any of those three elements are removed from the equation, it is very hard for that fire to be maintained. So those are the three elements that are needed in order for a fire to develop and to maintain and sustain. There's a lot of tools that are given within the code, so we can compartmentalize the building to separate in fire areas and control the fire areas. Then we have the ventilation system also can help spread the fire if it's not designed properly or not well thought out. And also the material being used in the construction is very important. The building codes and fire codes have what is called finish classifications. That is three categories, A, B, and C. I don't know the little details. You can look it in the code, but basically they limit the flame spread and the smoke development index, meaning that when they burn, if they're going to produce a lot of smoke, that's smoke. And always, the bigger the building or the bigger the occupant load, meaning that there's a bigger risk of loss of life or property, the more stringent those codes are going to be. So you need to think about, okay, if I have those three elements present, what can I do to make sure we limit the exposure or the potential for a fire to develop in this area? That's why we do this all life safety, all these firewalls, fire barriers, and ensuring that some buildings require sprinklers, some don't. If you put sprinklers, you have more exceptions. So the building code is all about giving you tools to manage this potential of danger within the building. Now, there are three different ways that the fire can spread. It can be due to direct contact from the flame to the combustible material. Could be for convection, through convection, like the movement of hot air and the exposure of, like I say, mechanical ventilation, or how the fire and the heat is moving throughout the building. And by radiation, that the elements get so hot that sometimes you don't even need contact for some elements to ignite, just because they're in presence of the elements that we are mentioning that are required to sustain the fire. And the building codes and fire codes are designed to give you choices to minimize the risk. I will tell you every single time, we are protecting lives and property. Those are the intentions of the building and fire codes. So I hope this is informative. I hope you like it. Follow us and let me know if you want to talk about any other subject related to building codes, and I will try to do it for you. See you next one.